Hey everybody, it's Chris with Smart Home HQ, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Linksys Velop, like envelop your home with Wi-Fi. This is a tri-band mesh wireless routing system for your home to help extend the reach of your wireless network. The first device will act as your firewall. It plugs into your internet modem, and after a quick setup with their iOS or Android app, you have home wireless service. Well, this guy comes with two other companions, so two other nodes that you can add into this system. They connect wirelessly over a dedicated 5 gigahertz radio, which means you don't lose any speed the farther you get away from the first guy. So this guy will keep your speed going all the way through your house. It will envelop your home in complete Wi-Fi coverage. Now you can buy additional units to expand even further if you have quite a large home. You just have to buy another 3-pack, or in the future they may offer 2 or 1-packs for add-ons as well. So if that sounds familiar, it's very competitive to the Eero system that's been out for a while, or even the Netgear Orbeez. So a little look at the device, and then we'll get into the setup. It very much looks like a speaker. You've got an LED or light indicator. Now this guy will be our blue flashing when it's starting up. If it's in pairing mode, it's pink. If it's having issues, trouble, or the signal is just too far away for this to get good coverage, it will flash red. It kind of looks like a speaker, may blend in well with your home entertainment system, but it's not a speaker. There is rumors of being a Zigbee radio in there for future use with future firmware. It's not used right now. It's not available in the software to take any kind of functionality out of it, but that doesn't mean a future firmware upgrade would allow that. Now, it does have a power adapter that comes with it. It's a pretty big block, so that would definitely take up more than one outlet, so you may want to use like a little jumper for power, or just go ahead and let it take up 2 outlets. Now, at first, when I got this, I thought it was broken. The power pin is actually bent, but that is by design. It will plug into the bottom of the unit and allow for easier cable management. So on the back side of it, you've got this little break in the plastic or the rubber, and that allows you to plug this in and cable manage the power cord and the Ethernet cable right through there, so it sits flat and you don't have to worry about it tipping over. So on the bottom, you have inside, you've got a power switch. It's good for turning on or off if you want to leave ones off for a while, or the kids are getting on your nerves and you just want to turn the internet off. You've got your power out barrel connector. You've got a reset button. So the way this works is you press and hold this in, and the light on the front is going to flash red, and it's going to flash red again and flash red until finally it goes out and reboots. So it gives you indication, and that red is really bright and fades right before it reboots, so you know it's about to reset and you've done a good job. Also, you have 2 1 gigabit Ethernet connections. So that gives you plenty of room. On your first one, you're just going to plug in your cable modem or your internet modem of choice. You can also come out of here and go into a switch or other devices if you want to do that. But on the other 2 nodes, you can use them both for devices. It will figure that out. So setup. Linksys has been around for a very long time, and in the past, if you've more advanced user, you may have been used to going to the web browser, typing in the IP address 192.168.1.1, or some friendly URL like Linksys router setup or my internet setup or whatever they call it between all the different devices. Essentially, it takes you to a web browser where you set up your network, your IP addresses, connectivity information for your modem if you have anything special, your wireless name, your password. Well, that's actually blocked by default. So if you go to the web browser, it's going to ask you to log in, but then it's going to give you a splash page that says, hey, sorry, don't use the web browser, it's blocked. You need to download the mobile app. Here's a link to Android, here's a link to iOS. Well, app setup, pretty simple. You're going to open up the application and you're going to say, I have new equipment that I need to set up. You click on that. It's going to say, yes, it's the Velop system. You say, yes, indeedy, and you go through it. It's going to ask you to sign in if you already have an account, or create a new account if you need to do so. Then it's going to find it, communicate. It does the communications over Bluetooth originally to get it set up because, hey, there's no wireless network at this point, so it's not going to be able to find it in your home outside of the Bluetooth. Well, once you do that, it's going to say, okay, I found the device. What do you want your wireless network name to be called? What do you want the password to be? Do you want guest network? And do you want to add additional nodes? So if you only need one, You can give the other 2 away, I guess, if you're really that nice about it, but I would keep them around because you never know when you want to plug something into your network. I would say let's add a node, let's add the other 2. It's going to find it, it's going to say, okay, plug it in where you want that second node. And then it's going to do a spot finder once it finds it and says, okay, it either has a really good signal to the first node or you need to move it. And the good part is the LED at the top will help with that. It'll be red if there's bad coverage. It'll go towards blue or green if there's good coverage. So good coverage, great, leave it there. Once it's added, you go on to the third node and so on and so forth until you place them in your home. Now remember when I said 1 node may cover most homes? Well, 2 definitely makes that a stronger network. 3 may be overkill, but you can actually use this in home entertainment systems, right? So you put one of these near maybe a gaming system or a DVD player, you can utilize the 2 Ethernet ports to connect other devices. So that works out really well. Once you're set up, speed performance is great. It uses a 2.4 and a 5 gigahertz, so just like any other. So if you have newer Macs or newer Intels or whatever computers that you have, if they're newer and they take advantage of the 5 gigahertz band, then you'll have really fast internet connection, and it's actually covered throughout the whole home. It's wireless on a 5 gigahertz, goes pretty darn fast compared to 2.4, but it's limited in distance. Not with the Linksys. It covers the whole home in both 2.4 and 5 just fine. Pretty good coverage, and I never had a speed issue. Online gaming, online Netflix, 4K HD, all that stuff works great. And to be super thorough, or somewhat thorough in my testing, I tried to vary streaming services as I was going through the house. I also tried FaceTime and Skype conversations from a mobile device just to see if the video quality degraded or the signal dropped. I didn't have a problem with that. So, would I recommend this? Yes, I would definitely recommend this for someone who doesn't plan on having their own firewall, VPN, want any advanced functionality like setting up your own IP range. So maybe you have 192.168.0.1 or any other combination that's not the default that it comes with. Because right now, as of this video, with the current iteration of the iOS and Android application and the limited access to the web browser, you can't change that easily. So it makes it pretty difficult to set up if you need those kind of accommodations. For someone who just wants to buy it, plug it into a modem, and have Wi-Fi over their whole house without any advanced functionality needed, you're great. The app also does have some cool features. I say no advanced functionality, but I just mean customization of the IP range. Maybe you have your own firewall and you want to put it in bridge mode. You can't really do that very easily with the stock condition of this without getting in a back channel way and toying things around. So it has parental control. It has website blocking, filtering, and device limitation. So you can put your kids in a group and you can say they can't access specific websites. You can turn off their internet functionality. So feature-wise, it's pretty comparable to something like an Eero. My only edge to the Eero is in their iOS or Android application. I can go into my network, I can change my IP addresses the way I want them, and I can put it in bridge mode. For me, as an advanced user, that is important, and that's why I will continue to use the Eero for now, or in my own firewall. For Linksys, for anybody else who just wants to pick it up off the shelf, go home, plug it in, and go, it's great. It works, good speed, good coverage. The iOS app functions properly, the Android app functions properly, and you, at the end of the day, most people aren't constantly tinkering with their setup. Once it's set up, you just want to come home or wake up in the morning and have an instant connection to your home wireless, and you've got it with this product. It's price comparison, it's pretty on par with everything else, so if you're interested in giving it a shot, if you really love Linksys and you want to stick with the brand, go for it. But that's it. That's my review or quasi demonstration of the Linksys Velop system, and hopefully I'm not saying the name too wrong. But I link it to envelop your home with Wi-Fi coverage. There you go. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.